All right, Keith, thanks a lot. Volunteers from Columbus continue to rebuild areas in southern Louisiana today.
Yeah, a group from Fairview Baptist Church is helping those affected by last week's devastating floods, which damaged more than 40,000 homes. WCBI's Tommy Lopez has more on the impact of these efforts and how Denham Springs is recovering.
Guys, residents here tell us that efforts like those from these Columbus volunteers are a critical part of what it's going to take to rebuild areas like these here at Amite Baptist Church in Denham Springs. In fact, volunteers from places like Arkansas, Texas, Alabama are coming over to help in this area. Denham Springs Mayor Gerard Landry says he's been happy to see this help.
Oh my gosh, we've had responders from all over the country. We had some folks show up at my house offering help, and they were from California. It's just total devastation. The basic needs of food and water, we have that covered now. Now it's the recovery process, removing the sheetrock, removing the insulation, removing the flooring, trying to sanitize your house to stop the mold from coming back to haunt you later.
Residents here tell us they've been impressed with all these efforts.
It shows that people do love one another. And that is what is really on my heart right now, is that there is love out there for people, and this humanitarian effort is blowing us away.
As these volunteers begin their final day of this trip, those that live here say they're only at the beginning of what will be a long journey.
It provided a lot of shock because we're overwhelmed. We didn't realize this could happen to us.
This is not an area that typically experiences flooding.
And even the night before, when all the rains were there and they were talking about flooding, a lot of us were just assuming a small kind of flood.
But as many as 30 inches fell.
It was devastating. We cried a lot. We still crying a lot.
Lori Taylor and her family were able to get to safety unharmed after frantically fleeing, though their home will need to be completely rebuilt.
Water was approximately between 5 and 6 feet, yeah. When I walked in the house, and you can see it's just bare bones now, but it was completely trashed.
This family, like many in the area, does not have flood insurance.
We'll get through this, and we've had many charitable donations.
President Obama is visiting Baton Rouge today. That's about a 20-minute drive west from where we are here. Over 200,000 people have applied for aid from FEMA. The journey for many of these residents is just beginning as they try to rebuild. In Denham Springs, Tommy Lopez, WCBI News.